Wasabi! What's happening, everybody? Alright, it is time for another video update. We are currently on the Florida Turnpike, heading southbound on the northwest end of the Orlando area. We still got that Leprino load out of Lemoore, California behind us, of course with my own truck. If you hadn't already seen the update video, I was in a loaner truck for a few weeks, and or 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it was, and ended up getting my own truck back while I was in the middle of this load here. Anyway, this load's going to be going to Roma, Florida. Basically, it's a cheese load. I've not been to this customer before. I don't know a heck of a lot about them. Google reviews seem to suggest they're notoriously slow. Maybe not as slow as Kroger and Tolleson, Arizona slow, but slow. So I do expect it to take a while, but it's not a big deal. You know why? Because by the time I get over here, I think I'm going to have maybe about 15 or so hours left on my 70-hour clock, and no recaps coming back the next 2 nights. So really, I'll only have 7.5 hour shifts I can run the next 2 days after I'm done delivering, which is tomorrow morning at 9. And the first recaps I get after that are only 6 hours, so really only going to have about maybe 21 hours to work with for a 3-day period. It's not going to get me very far, so I talked with my DM about this already, and both agreed that it might be better off for if I just do a 34 in conjunction with this delivery and be ready to roll again early Friday morning, about 1 a.m. or so. Because today is Wednesday. It is currently 14:24 local time, Eastern Daylight Time. And let's see, yeah, if I do a 34, it's basically a 10-hour break, and then add an extra day to it. It's an easy rule of thumb you can use if you ever have trouble trying to figure out, well, when does my 34 end? Just call it a 10-hour break. If I end up parking around 3 p.m., well, that'll be actually before 3 p.m., but or 1500. Add 10 hours, that's 2500. But there's only 24 hours a day, which means 1 a.m. would be when a 10-hour break would be up, and add a day to that. That would be Friday. Real simple. All right, so we're 2 miles away from Interstate 4. That'll help you really easily find me. I got some lake right here, literally right next to me. I don't know what it's called. I'm not zoomed in enough for the map to give me a label on what it is. But basically, we're gonna go go past I-4, and the very first exit. Yeah, I think the first exit I can use after I-4 will be the one I'm going to exit at. I can't remember the exit name, but it's, well, I don't even know the exit number either, but I just know it's the first exit. Should be a few miles past I-4. It is a highway there. I just don't know what happened there. Someone have a fender bender or something, or... Alright, so anyway, what can we talk about? Alright, so let's start with, I ran this load from, after I got my truck back, I ran from Tolleson, Arizona, our drop yard, to Anthony, Texas. Yeah, I didn't run that hard, only like 400 miles or something like that. I don't even know if it was that. It might have been 3-something. Not that hard, but it was the time of day that I was getting in there, and I wanted a shower, and I didn't want to show up in a parking lot that was full anywhere, or have to run at hours I didn't want to run. So, come on, dude, why are you slowing down so much? at 60 miles an hour. I'm not really sure why I need to be this slow. Where did my... Oh, there it is. I was trying to find out what happened to my customer. Now I see him. Alright, I'm not too far away from my exit, so I might just deal with this idiot here. Come on, dude. I'm not waiting all day. I'm not waiting all day for you to move to figure out where your gas pedal is, fucker. Pay attention. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I ended up shutting down in Anthony, Texas, which is right on the New Mexico-Texas line. So I get me a shower, and then I ran early enough. I ran just over 600 miles from there to, actually 628. I don't even remember the name of that place. It's Tex Best Truck Stop, or Tex Best Travel Center, whatever you want to call it. That's all I know it's called. It's off exit 628 in there in Texas. That was a pretty nice spot. They're pretty nice new looking facility. The spot I parked in was straight back setup, and the lane was wide. Probably had at least 3 foot of space between my driver's side and the line, and at least 2 feet on the passenger side. So given that, it's probably at least a good 13.5 foot wide lane versus the regular 12 foot lane. And it was pretty nice. Alright, so yeah, it's so this next exit up here, exit 254. Beachline Expressway. It is Highway 528. That'll be the one I'm wanting to use. Or Consulate Drive. Yeah, it's... What's that called? It says Martin Anderson Beachline Expressway. Okay. It says Consulate Drive, though. Is that the other one that's right in that same area? I'll focus on making sure I don't miss that I use the correct exit or whatever first. And then we'll get to the customer, and then have a couple little points I guess I can add in there once I'm parked. Okay, it looks like I can use this Consulate Drive exit from what I'm seeing on the map. Yeah, it looks like you go. You can make a left on the ramp here, I guess, to go on to Consulate, or you can go right onto this Beachline Expressway, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, go straight ahead. Do not stop. Alright, I got one right turn lane, and right is the way I want to go, so... Sharp ass turn here. I got that guy working, and we got traffic coming, so we'll have to wait. Okay, so I'll turn in. Yep, you are. Speed table ahead. Okay, we're going to make a right turn up here pretty soon. I didn't miss my turn, did I? Kind of did, but this'll work. I can use this street also, and that'll get me to the one I want. It's not the one I was planning to use, but like I say, it'll work. From what I've seen on the map, just follow it all the way down, and it'll dead end me back into the road I was wanting to get to. This would be a Lay's facility or something. I see a lot of Doritos and Lay's, Cheetos kind of trailers sitting in that lot. Martin truck in the door. UDT. It's like a brand new area here. A lot of brand new looking buildings that haven't been here very long. I got a roundabout coming up ahead. What the hell's a roundabout up here for? I don't see an intersection there. Or is this just for the traffic coming out of these warehouses? I don't know. What are you doing, dude? You don't yield to traffic that's not even in the roundabout, you dumbass. The traffic that's outside the circle is supposed to yield to you, not you yield to them. I was like, what the hell were you thinking? Call you back. Now's not the time to be calling me. I'm trying to get to my customer. Alright, be a right turn up here. And right after I get past the Florida Turnpike, which I was just on, this is John Young Parkway here. Who's got the green? I don't know if that car is gonna, who's gonna have a green light by time. Alright, that's a smaller street that I'm gonna probably be turning on to. I can't see the name of it right now. It's the smaller white street on the map though, so that's what I'm looking for. It's immediately or very, very shortly after the turnpike. There is no interchange here with the turnpike, but I will go under, I think it's under the turnpike. Bro, do I need to change lanes? I think I do. Yeah, this looks like I'm in the exit only lane for Sand Lake Road, which I don't want to use, so. Actually, I think I can use Sand Lake if I want to, but my customer is, I mean, there is a street, it looks like Director's Row, that is just past the turnpike, that I can also turn right on and then make another immediate right after that. And yeah, and then my customer will be right there in the curve on that street on Titan Row. I can also use Sand Lake Road and yeah, go east. Yeah, if I can't get out of this lane, it's not a big deal. I can make the left onto Poseidon Drive, and then the left onto Titan, which I'm actually considering doing. That way, when I go to check in at the customer, I might already be, I'll be already facing toward their facility, and that way when I go to dock in tomorrow morning, I should be able to just drive straight ahead to their, you know, their dock area, whatever. And set up a side vacuum if all-wheel drive. I heard it's not the easiest place in the world to back, if I remember reading correctly. And also looking at the satellite view too, it kind of gave that kind of a suggestion. Alright, is it just one right turn lane only, or yeah, it looks like that middle one's left only, so. Go this way. in the left lane immediately. Uh-oh. I don't like over to see overpass, but I think it's just going over the turnpike, and then yeah, right on the other side of the turnpike. I'm hoping I should be able to make a left turn there. I do see traffic data over there that suggests that there probably is a traffic light at that intersection. I can't see a little icon that there is a traffic light on the map, but the traffic speed data itself suggests that there is one. Yeah, see, Poseidon Drive, next signal, so we're good. Alright, this is a turnpike we just went over. And from what I was reading, you can park on the street by the customer in the area, whatever. So, and you can park overnight there. So I do intend to just stay the night in the area here. It's I already have food and drink here in the truck anyway. It's not like I really need to go anywhere, and I have ways I can use the restroom too. So I don't know. It looked like they don't have, supposedly don't allow drivers to use a restroom inside their facility, whatever. Or, well, one of them said that they did let someone go in there, but again, well, they made kind of a racist comment saying that, yeah, they'll let you in there if you're black, but if you're white, you're gonna have to use a piss bottle or their dock area, whatever. And saying based on the smell of the place, seems like everybody does exactly that. So, if you're a female driver, probably might want to just come over here and then go PC somewhere else or something. Or, well, I mean, there's this 7-Eleven right here at this corner, and I did just see a truck parked there on that whatever that alley thing is right behind them. So that might be an option for you. I don't know. I don't know if he's just there short term or if he's going to be spending much time there at all. That could be an option for you if you need if you want or need a regular restroom. I don't know if there are any outhouses available at the customer either. May find out later. Okay, need to do a proper button hook. Make sure no one was going to go running red light through there. Okay, remember this day camper is making the left, going straight across. I am going to turn onto that street, and that'll be Titan Row, and we'll be parking on somewhere on that street. More Michaels. Oh yeah, I see a Super Eagle drop trailer right over here. So as long as we don't see any signs saying no parking allowed, we'll do exactly that. Yeah, and I do see other trucks parked over here. There's plenty of room right on the other side of the railroad tracks. But my customer is a little bit further up. Looks like they do use these tracks. I see some hopper cars here on the back side of this building that I'm passing by right now. Should be another straightaway over here. Okay, so there's no parking signs here for this, in between this area here. Come on, dude, there's room for both of us. Trying to leave room, that way this guy can go by, but he looks like he's got a little case of the jitters there. A lot of drop trailers here. Get the fuck out of the middle of the lane, dumbass. You don't need to be a mile away from the drop trailers. Alright, I might see if I can fit in right here. I don't know if I do, but nah, I don't think someone's going to be able to. Because if someone needs to hook up to this forward air trailer, it might, yeah. I don't know that they'd be able to hook up to it, so I will find a better spot. Damn it, there's it looked like there was a good spot right there by that Star trailer, but right here in front of me is my customer. But there's a no parking anytime sign here. I might have to go around the block and go park back by where I was considering earlier. I don't think this is going to be a good spot to park here because it's right by the driveway that trucks need to use to get in and out of Roma's facility. I did see a no parking sign over here, but didn't know if it was the start end of it or finishing or continuing or whatever. Push comes to shove, I'll just go around. It's got to be somewhere. I mean, I can always go back over and park by where the railroad tracks were at. Or get myself, oh yeah, right over here is fine. Park over here behind this other truck. I don't see any no parking signs over here, so we should be good up here. Get me a little exercise in the morning, walking over to that receiver to check in. Okay, so from here, if you need to check in, if you need to dock in, we'll park this way. You don't have to go do some U-turn thing or three-point turn here or whatever. Just when you come here to the end of the street, just make the right turn. That'll take you right back down to the same street that I turned on to, I think it's Poseidon. Now, the street that I came off the main highway from, onto, make the right onto Poseidon, and then make another right back onto Titan, and then when you get down here to the end, on the right side is Roma. Alright, so I'll basically be starting at 34 from here. I don't know, might see if anybody in the area wants to meet up or something. Not a big deal. If not, can always catch up on rest, catch up on other stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I probably don't really plan on doing anything particularly special, though. Not this time around. Anyway, I do want to talk about one other little detail. I know I don't want to make the video too excessively long, but what is it with drivers with a lot of experience thinking they know everything just because they have a lot of years of experience? You know, let's say, just because you have a lot of experience doesn't mean you know everything there is to know about trucking. And there are a lot of truckers out here who seem to have that mentality that, like, they know everything. And ironically, I get called a know-it-all by certain truckers myself. And, you know, well, I'm very well read and I'm very intelligent. So it's, I'm not trying to brag on it. It's just the way it is. And I do pay close attention. I listen a lot to what other people say. I learn from others' experiences and whatever knowledge they have to pass down. I'm like a sponge. So I pick up on stuff a hell of a lot quicker than what the average driver does. And, you know, a lot of times I do my own experimenting too to figure out stuff. So it's kind of going with the territory that I'm going to know more than the average driver with my same number of years of experience. But it's something I always like to say, because sometimes you'll hear people say this ain't my first rodeo. And I have a joke that I always say to that. And I always, it is, you know, 30 years as a rodeo clown doesn't make you an expert on bull riding. So, like, you know, Yeah, just because you've been to you work at the rodeo for 30 years doesn't mean you know everything about the rodeo. I mean, until you've actually been on that bull yourself, you really don't know what it's like to ride a bull. You know, you have some ideas on what to do, but until you get your actual, bull legs or muscle memory, whatever term you want to refer to it in that sense, and little nuances that only a bull rider who's seasoned and who has seasoned experience in bull riding would really know. So we have the same kind of thing that goes on in trucking, where we got these rodeo clown truckers who think they know everything there is to know about trucking, and they don't think there's anything that needs to be that they can be taught by people like myself with only 6 years of experience, or maybe even less. I've talked about this before, where I was an aircraft mechanic. You guys saw my recent video where I visited my old shop. I had 20 years of experience doing that, but that didn't mean I couldn't. There were still instances where I learned something new from somebody who had less years of experience than I did, or less experience within my particular shop too. Case in point. Now, part of my shop's responsibility when I did that work was to, if we ever had to come up, would be to do what's called a fin fold, or basically remove the vertical stabilizer off the aircraft, or a rudder also. Never in my career did I actually ever have to do one though, even though it was my shop's responsibility, and we know how to read the tech manuals and all that, and how to follow and what parts to look for and all that. But there are little nuances there that only someone with a lot of experience doing that work would be able to give you, or share with you. I could have been doing that for 20 years, and hey, yeah, it's my job to do, but it doesn't mean I have any expertise in it. Whereas you could have someone who's a 2-year time in service airman first class, who just came from a depot facility, like in Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma City area, and where every single week they're pulling fins off of every aircraft, and rudders off and all that too, and it's like back of their hand knowledge. Me with 20 years in that particular shop, but never having done one, versus someone who's only had 2 years of total aircraft maintenance experience, but it's all specializing in that kind of work and doing a lot of that kind of work. Which one of us would you be wanting to listen to more if you're trying to learn something, or how to do things, or what mistakes to avoid, and what ways you can do the job most efficiently and safely, and without getting written up, kind of thing. So my point on that, we had a conversation in our Facebook group a couple days ago, yesterday, the day before, I don't know what it was, but there was basically some discussion about how far you can drive with your low fuel light on. I know a number of drivers were saying they could get a good 100, 120 miles or something out of their truck before they have to worry about running out of fuel once the light turns on. But I think that's playing a needlessly risky game, and I won't play that game myself, not to mention the fact that I can count on both hands how many drivers in the fleet of nearly 800 trucks have the same kind of truck that I have. Not very many. That's how few of us you'll see driving Peterbilt 579s. Most everybody here is driving T680s or Cascadias, and maybe it might be accurate for a lot of them, but I talked to a friend of mine earlier today, and he said he kind of laughed when I told him what people were saying, because he said no, because he said his light came on one time and he was trying to get to a customer that was I think 70 miles away from where he was at when the light came on, and I guess the exit right before the one he needed to get to his customer, there was supposedly a place that he was going to try to get fuel from. But then when he got there, he actually, I guess, he started sputtering and running out of fuel about a mile before he got to that truck stop. Yeah, he'd only gone about maybe 60 miles. So don't play a risky game like that, guys. I don't recommend it. You expect that, and it's especially an issue for lease ops and owner ops who pay for their own fuel and have their own choice of where they buy their fuel from. To an extent, company drivers can even have this happen. I did have this happen to me as a company driver too, where I was in Washington and I had to follow my fuel plan that was sent to me. Wherever they said on their fuel plan is where I had to go, or where I was expected to go, and I couldn't reach the place that they wanted me to go to, so because I thought I was going to run out of fuel. So my light came on, so I ended up having to get special permission to get just enough fuel at I ended up being the Flying J in La Grande, Oregon, just enough from there to help get me to the Loves in Ontario, Oregon. And that was it. So it was like 25 gallons or whatever the hell it was is all they allowed me to buy. Otherwise, had I not done that, there was a pretty good chance I would have been on the side of the road. Hey, I ran out of fuel. I need someone to come bring me some, put some more fuel on my tank so I can continue on. Anyway, there was another individual in that same discussion on our group who basically said something to the effect of he doesn't like to let his fuel level run low because of the particulates that can end up in the fuel tank, that they'll settle down to the bottom of the tank, and that's why he doesn't like he uses that as a justification for not wanting his fuel tank to go very far down. And I'm like, you realize the fuel pickup is at the bottom of the tank, right? And so if you do have any of that stuff in there, it's going to get picked up right away by the fuel lines and end up in your fuel filtering system, fuel filtration system, which is under the hood. Whether it's water or crud, whatever, it's going to end up in your fuel filters pretty quickly. And so his response to me was, yeah, you're not telling me anything I don't already know. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I'm like, what part of the fuel pickup is at the bottom of the tank did you not understand? It doesn't matter if your tank is full or low. If all the particulates are sitting at the bottom of the tank, what do you think gets sucked into the fuel lines first? The crud. Now water, this is something I dealt with as an aircraft mechanic all the time too. Because water has a density, density of about 8.5 or so pounds per gallon. And diesel fuel, which is pretty similar to jet fuel. Actually, jet fuel is basically just a diesel and kerosene mix. And the jet fuel that I worked with was, which was JP8. I had it said, regular 70-degree temps was 6.7 pounds per gallon. That's the formula. That's the figure we always use when we were calculating. When we needed to convert between gallons and pounds and stuff. When we're putting more fuel on the aircraft and stuff. Also, I know when it comes to diesel fuel, it's around just a hair. I think just a hair under 7 pounds per gallon. You'll hear some people say 8 pounds per gallon, even, but they're not correct. If you want something more accurate, use 7 pounds per gallon. And there are some applications for that, why you might want to know that information, especially like if you're running heavy and you're maybe just a little bit overweight on an axle, or you're close to overweight, overgross, whatever. So there are times where, if you really want to stay completely legal, it's in your best interest to scale your load right before you buy fuel every time. When you have those super heavy loads where adding too much fuel can actually put you over the 80,000 pound limit. So that's something to consider there. But I mean, just the fact the guy was like, yeah, you're not telling me anything I don't already. I'm doing this for 30 plus years. I'm like, I don't give a shit how much your experience you have. If you make a stupid statement and use stupid logic, I'm going to call you on it. Yeah, I ended up just backing off out of that conversation. I'm like, you know what? I already have enough problems with people thinking I'm a know-it-all or annoying or whatever. I'm just going to back off and, you know, let it go. You know, let the knucklehead be a knucklehead and not try to win an argument because, you know, it's stupid logic. That's all I can say. That doesn't mean he's a stupid person or anything like that. It was just because I've been, you know, we're all known to make use stupid logic on things, or have stupid reasons for doing one thing or another, and that's something for those of you guys who are newer to trucking. It's I can't stress this enough. Don't ever take just one driver's word for things. Make them sell you their knowledge. You know, make them explain to you why their knowledge is something that you should consider following too. You know, maybe they have a particular reason for doing certain things, and you know, maybe it makes sense to them. Maybe it's legit, maybe it's just bullshit, whatever. But it's up to you to decide on your own whether it seems like legit information or if it seems like bullshit. And generally speaking, if all you get from them is you know, this is the way I do it just because this is the way I was trained to do it. That's not good enough. I want a good substance, meat and potatoes to this. Why should I do it this particular way? What is the rationale for why it's, you know, why you're doing this certain thing this certain way? It doesn't matter what it is. So, or, you know, why certain rules exist. That was something we always had actually with aircraft maintenance too. If there was a rule that existed, it was probably because somebody screwed up and caused the rule to be created. Same with my own Facebook groups that I run. If I have a group rule in there, it's probably because somebody did something and I had to create a rule to make it a little more clear. This is not okay. So, just, you know, keep some of that stuff in mind, guys. If you're new to the industry, you know, don't ever take just one person's word for it, and don't ever take the word just because they have a lot of experience. It's like I said, are they the rodeo clown or are they the bull rider? Are you trying to get information about bull riding? Then talk to the bull rider. If you're trying to get information about being a rodeo clown, then talk to the rodeo clown. Don't talk to the bull rider. It doesn't matter who's got what years of experience. It doesn't matter who has what knowledge and experience on that specific thing. And you know, so yeah, like I said, sometimes people are going to have bullshit knowledge, and sometimes just people have knowledge, but just bullshit reasons or logic or who knows. Anyway. So I've rambled enough. I really don't want to make the video excessively long for you guys, and I'm going to start doing the editing for this. So all we really have to do after I'm done delivering tomorrow is dock in and dock back out, get parked right back on this street, possibly. Unless there's like a pilot or something nearby, which I don't think there is. I'm going to guess the closest one is the one in Haines City, but I don't know for sure. And based on the fact I'm here, I'm going to take a wild guess. My next pickup might be in Umatia, which is not that far up, from maybe an hour drive from here. So we'll figure that out. We'll have some more information for you. Don't know. Might have something tomorrow. Might not know anything until after I'm done delivering, and I might have to surprise you with what's coming up after that. All right. So. Anyway, stay tuned, and we'll have some docking footage here for you guys. Alright guys, we're checked in. It is about 8:45 local time now for my 9 a.m. appointment. I'm checked in, and they told me to go ahead and use door 18. Go ahead and back straight in and remove your seal, open the doors, all that kind of stuff, like normal. We'll say forced to move by shipper, because I don't want to disrupt the 34-hour reset. Okay, we're going to pull forward over here. Couple options. I can either do a T-turn here, like I was talking about yesterday. I think the safest thing would be to just, there's a tinker that's turning the corner here. See coming this way? Yeah, nice turn signal though, dickhead. Alright, like I said, safest path. Well, I could also have turned into that lot and turned around, but it's not a big deal. I can just as easily go around the block, as previously mentioned. So I'm on the humid side here. I got like an itch on the inner part of my right knee, like maybe I got bit or something. Oh shit, I could have turned on that street. Didn't even know it. It's alright. President's Drive. Corner of Directors and Presidents. I got a bicyclist, but he's slow speed and far enough away to not be a problem. This guy just turned off that other street there. Make that right turn again where Avert Express just came out of. Roll up my window because I know that does tend to affect the quality of the audio when I'm talking for you guys. Alright, Titan Road. Now the end of this street is where our receiver is at. We put some AC on or something at least. It's 80 degrees here right now. Now I might have a difficult time getting into the driveway because when I was checking in there was a KLM. Dude, close your door. What the hell are you thinking? When you're in a truck, don't have your door open unless you're actively getting in or out of the truck, please. You know, especially like in a place like this, or maybe you're in a truck stop, or you're in a dock door and somebody needs to park next to you. You're creating a hazardous situation there with your doors open. Don't have them open unless you actually need them open. Alright, this is 52. This is 37 over here, so we're going to be down toward closer to the bottom end, right in front on the other side of this blue. Yeah, 18's in that same area there, so gonna have to go around KLM, and he's parked right up on the driveway, or at least he was. I mean, there's room for him to. He really should be somewhere else. Oh, this is going to be a fun time. Because 18 is right here, 2 doors over from this guy. So let's we get set up first. might need to, might have a straight back setup situation there, but alright, so yeah, I said I could probably have straight back, but what's this guy doing? I gotta make sure I know what this guy's doing. There's a guy walking behind my trailer right now. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I like my position, but not my angle, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit better angle there. Just come straight back. Like I say, I could have done a straight back setup, but where's the fun in that? This guy in an orange shirt over there walking in. Damn it. I can see his shadow, but I'm not moving until I see him. Come on over. I'm going to 18. I'm just not going to move if I think you're going to walk behind my trailer. Alright, so we'll create a little more space here. I'm set up more for 17. That's just not going to work out. It's not enough room for me to clear these guys, so there's too much risk here. Let me change my right. I've got this car here, and I think straight back setup would have been better. Need more space here though if I'm going to set it up this way. Get to move a little more quickly around this car here. Going a lot nicer into there. It's just, well, it's going right for my spot. Just gonna run out of space here, or let's see what I can use here. Use my hood mirror to clear these cars. Close. Alright. Yeah, I think the best option, I mean, it would have been a blindside offset either way. Further over. I think I'm pretty well positioned on the trailer, but not the tractor. Okay, so this video is going to end up being a little on the long side because I'm chit-chatting, but I do have bookmarks in the description for you guys, so if you want to skip past the park chatter kind of stuff, that is an option for you. Just go to the description, and you can use the bookmarks to skip ahead or something. Probably a little late to be telling you about that, but... Okay, so a little safety thing here. This guy in the orange shirt, he disappeared from my view while I was in the middle of my backing. So as soon as he disappeared, that's when I stopped. I could see his shadow standing there, but I couldn't clearly tell where he was at in relation to where I needed to be and where I was going to have myself. I'm like, dude, yeah, don't walk, don't disappear from a trucker's view when they're trying to back their trailer. And don't try to walk behind their trailer either when they're trying to back. Those are two safety hazards that don't need to be created. Just be patient and wait, or go around the front end of the truck or something. Don't do what that guy did, though. It's just plain stupid and dangerous. All right? Because if I didn't notice him before, it's like I say, if I'm busy fixating on my left mirrors and he's on my right side like he was. If I had not been paying attention to that side at all, I might not have ever even known that he was there, and yeah, he could have been in a danger zone without ever knowing it, and me never knowing that he was there. But me looking over there at regular intervals, even if it's just to stay clear of the cars over here, I was aware of the situation. I saw him walking across from the street, and I saw him coming into my path. So. Yeah, just don't do that crap, guys. That's extremely dangerous. Alright, guys, we're all done here. We got someone parked next to us, though, so I'm going to have a little fun trying to get out of this door. And there's a car that's loading or unloading, whatever, 2 doors over. So it looks like he's getting ready to leave right now, so see what he does first. Because I know I'm going to need my tandems to go in that direction so I can clear this guy to my right. According to the BOL, there's no there's no OS&D to worry about here. Just I'm gonna see if there's any way I get angle to. I don't know. There's enough room for me to even get my tandems away from this guy. I might have to. And I got that wheel chock also over there. But I'm not gonna have much any more room there, so alright, so I'm gonna come over this maybe a little bit more. I need to stay clear of that guy's mirror, though. If it comes down to it, I might have to just wait for him to leave first. Not like I'm in any hurry. I'm on a 34. But I like a good challenge, so I want to see if I can get out of here successfully without him needing to disconnect or pull away first. Set my, yeah, I think, I don't know, Mike. No, it's not going to make it. I don't know. Yeah, I might actually clear it. Yeah, that's clear. Alright, let me move my mirror back where I want it. Okay, now good. I now got my doors open still. I just want to get out of the way. I'll get back over to where I was, and I'll get my doors shut over there on the, when I get around the corner where I was parked earlier, and I'll close my doors there. Got another guy parked right there wherever I was earlier. That's alright, there's room there, so we'll just part nose to nose with him. Make sure my doors are going to clear that fence there, or that, not fence, but that tree. Alright, we are good to go. Parking like that. Okay, so I'll double check that I'm empty and whatever. Maybe sweep out my trailer as well. I'm gonna have to get reefer fuel sometime before I go to my next shipper, because it's highly likely I'll be doing a drop it up somewhere. So I don't have info yet on where I'm going after this, but I hopefully will in the near future. Also, I guess on another note, I might actually get a chance to meet up with a friend of mine I know from California who I was in a car club with back in the day, and he lives here in the area. He actually moved out of Cali a year or two ago, whatever, he and his wife. So yeah, he lives here in the area. He might stop by later on and might meet up, so might be a good opportunity to meet up for a little bit for dinner or something, who knows, hang out. Anyway, I'm gonna get my doors closed in this so I can get this edited and up online for you guys. All right, you all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.